Good Monday morning to you. My name is Josh, and I get the absolute pleasure of serving as the online ministries director right here at Pekin First. And it is going to be a beautiful Monday morning. This is going to be the way to start a fantastic week. Let our feet hit the floor. And you know what? I hope your drink of choice today, whether it be water, whether it be Diet Coke. I know a lot of people that drink Diet Coke in the morning, tea or coffee. I hope today the first drink of that tastes like magic. So it's going to be a beautiful day and a great way to start the week. So let's start this week off right. A reminder to everyone to like, follow, and subscribe to this podcast. And we also have some other podcasts you can subscribe to. We have the Pekin First podcast. We have the Sunday Message. All kinds of ways to connect with Pekin First. This is your Monday update. So we're going to go just through some of the things that are happening in and around Pekin First and the community as well. Great ways to serve here at Pekin First. Let's start off this episode with the weather. How about 63 and sunny today? That's going to be fantastic. It's not going to be too hot, not going to be too cool. Might catch a cool breeze, but it's going to be 63 and sunny. Here comes the fall weather. Tomorrow is going to be 57 with a 60% chance of rain. And Wednesday is going to be 51. They're getting down there now with a 90% chance of rain. Next weekend, as we roll into next weekend, we're going to hit the mid 50s and it'll be partly cloudy. So plan accordingly. Rain midweek and then cooling off towards the end of the weekend into the weekend. We have plenty of ways that you can grow or continue your faith here at Pekin First. We have the Sunday Message podcast that I just mentioned. This Sunday, it's the wrap up of the sermon series, Fruitful Congregations. It's on intentional faith development. And this one is on extravagant generosity. Sean has a very interesting way of putting things, and this is no exception. So I encourage you to listen to the Sunday Message, and you can find that on all the platforms, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music. The cool thing with Amazon, like if you have Amazon in your house or you have Alexa in your house, just say, Alexa, play the Sunday Message or play the Pekin First podcast. Just tell her to do it, and she'll do it. It's pretty cool. So we have that going on. The Sunday Message was fantastic, so make sure you look that up. We have the Pekin First podcast. Sorry. We had the Pekin First podcast this last week that dropped on Thursday evening. This one is very special to me. So at the very last minute, I was having a little bit of writer's block last week. And just there's a lot going on in the things I'm involved in. And honestly, it was a lack of time to sit and relax and be one with God and just listen to God. And finally, I got some space to do that, which was awesome. And sometimes you just got to make that space. And so I had the space to do that. And at the last minute, I invited my father, and we're talking the last minute being the morning of, to come and tell his story, because his story is a one of redemption. His story is a one of when he gave his faith, weight being lifted, and not forgetting about the past, but forgiving the past for sure. So I encourage you to listen to this week's podcast. And again, on the same platforms, Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and that one is on YouTube as well. Yesterday we had the final night with the Methodist class, the Methodist 101 class. You can catch all these episodes on our website at pekinfirst.org, and just go to digital media, and it's UMC 101, and all 4 episodes are right there. And if you're thinking about becoming a Methodist, or you need a refresher class on just, why is it that we do what we do, or we have the structure that we have. These are just good things to understand about being a Methodist. And everybody's like, well, I don't want to be in a denomination. I don't want to be in a denomination. Man, I can't say this enough. It's like being in a family. And every family has a dynamic. And this is because we're such a large family, we wrote it down. Here's what we believe. Here's the structure in what how this organization functions. In every organization, I am a huge fan of being efficient, and this is the best way that an organization can be efficient. Is here's the way it flows, and here's what happens if this happens, and just our history, for example. Where did we come from? So it's just a great way to refresh your reason for being a Methodist. And we're all Methodists to bring people to Jesus. That's why we're here. That's to spread the life-giving power of Jesus Christ. That's why we're here. So it just reminds you that, and it's just a great way to refresh that. We have a couple new Bible studies coming. Yes. Val Maley just started yesterday. She just started one that's called The Parables of Jesus. Val always has a great Bible study. Val is a very in-depth person. She's very detailed. She has a way of explaining things that just help you understand it. So I encourage you to visit that one. That one happens in the youth room, and that's at 9 a.m. and it's called The Parables of Jesus. We have an Advent study coming that Debbie Helmick is going to start in, I believe, mid-November, and it's a Bible study on Christmas from the backside, and it's a different way of looking at Christmas out of different eyes. And I want to say she did something similar last year, and just you get the story of Jesus, obviously out of the Bible, and it's kind of not in first person, but it's just. It's the same story, and when you get the story from the person standing off of to the side, it's a whole different story. Not a different story, but a different way of looking at that story. And so I encourage you to come, and that's going to happen Tuesday mornings at 10:30 right here at Pekin First as well. October 28th, we are going to visit the Midwest Food Bank. That's tomorrow. We're going to visit the Midwest Food Bank from 1 p.m. to 3:30 p.m. That's always a great time. Meet here at the church parking lot at 1 p.m. November 1st, we have the Open Table Cafe, and this is and it happens from 11 a.m. to 12 p.m. on Saturday. And this is just a great way to feed people in the community. We invite people who need a meal, especially this time of year. It's going to be chilly on that Saturday. It's a great time to get them out of the chilly air and just feed them a hot meal. And so I encourage you to come help with that, or just come chat with people. If food service is not your thing, but talking to people is, come just chat with people and learn their stories. Everybody has a story, good, bad, or indifferent. Everybody has a story. So come just visit with people. Providence Place, we are doing the United Methodist Women are doing a soup and dessert to go thing November 8th and 9th, and you can just pick it up after service. So come to service, pick up your soup and your dessert. Again, we're getting into that season of fall where it's chilly, right? So chilly, kind of a pun there, but we're getting into that season of fall where this is soup weather, right? This is throw it in the crock pot soup weather. Well, guess what? Soup comes with a mess, and I know this because my wife loves to make soup. This time of year, she loves to make soup. So, and it comes with a mess, right? Because you got to cut the things up and all the things. So this is the soup and dessert, and this is donation based. All those donations are going to go to help Providence Place. And if you don't know about Providence Place, get on our website, take a look at Providence Place. This is a duplex we're building to house those in transition, meaning those who are out of addiction or out of homelessness, that are in a transition place where they need help with a place to live and guidance from the faith community on here's a good place to work, here's a good place to take your kids, here's the school that your kids are going to go to, just walking people back into life. So this is a great ministry. This is an important ministry, and so I encourage you to order some soup and dessert November 8th and 9th. Wow. all the things going on here at Pekin First, we just don't stop. You know what? Speaking of, we have a concert coming up, and I believe that is on the 8th as well, or the 9th. It'll be on our website. Check our website. We're going to have a night of worship here at the church. We're going to light some fires and barrels or burn pits out on the parking lot, and we're going to set up a stage, and the contemporary worship team is going to we're just going to have a night of worship. And so bring your blanket, bring a chair. It's going to be a great time. So let's worship God that night. It's a perfect fall weather thing we can do, and reach the community and let the community hear us. And we have a fantastic worship team. The contemporary worship, all of our worship team is fantastic. Let's get the contemporary band out there and let them hear Brittany and Jen's vocals and just spread the word of Jesus Christ. So those are all the things going on in and around Pekin First. Monday Mindful Moment. I'm going to go back to Spook Hollow. I worked Spook Hollow for the past 3 weekends, and what a interesting crew. Great crew, heartful crew. I was talking to a guy last night, kind of trying to find out, this is the first thing I've done not knowing what the end mission is. Meaning, I do the Marigold Festival for the community. It's all reinvested in the community. I give to St. Jude because I know what they do. You know, it just the things that I do, I usually know the end game, right? I usually know what am I working for, and this is the first time that I haven't explored that all the way. And I was talking to a guy last night. So Spook Hollow, they give a ton back to the community. They put on the Market Heights fireworks, so nobody ever gets charged for the Market Heights fireworks, which is awesome. They this last Friday night they gave to the Honor Flight. They give a percentage of sales to TAPS. It is a great thing that they are doing, that the Market Heights Men's Club does. And then in the winter, and this is where it got me, is in around Christmas, they give toys to kids that need it. So they hire Santa, they bring Santa in, and Santa gives toys. And he was talking about this one little boy who came in, he had no shoes, no pants, she was still in shorts. And he said something to me that will live with me for a very long time, and that is, you don't understand why we do what we do until you see that. And then it all comes together. We put clothes on that kid. We gave him shoes, and we gave him some toys for Christmas, and we made sure that he was fed and taken care of, and his family as well. And he goes, that's why we do what we do. So that's why we do what we do, right? So remember, God put us here to do great things. So let's go do great things.